Have you ever wondered what goes on in the studios of people that design the face of your city? Last weekend was Design Vancouver Festival, and I had a chance to do exactly that. A bunch of architecture offices, art studios opened their doors to the public and shared their work environment as well as their process with the general public. In this video, I'm gonna walk you through the live footages from Perkins & Will, HCMA, and Revery architecture, and highlight their unique design workflows that make each office special in their own way. HCMA's office was definitely one of the more unique ones I've ever seen. Their office is littered with artworks from different artists, and they really cater towards intermingling of art and architecture. Let's take a look at how they create this inspired space. Going up into their entrance, they had this large display of models, and I love their use of materials in their models. For example, some of these models have straight up rocks and tree barks embedded into the model. I really enjoyed how it shows their different philosophies that they subscribe to. You can see that their design is really playful, and this is in part thanks to their Artist in Residence program, where they provide a small grant to rotating artists to create artwork across the office. So for example, this hanging yarn piece is created by an artist. So I really enjoy how the firm strives to integrate both art and architecture together, and that is really visible throughout the office. One of the core ideas that they also shared is that they consider who they are designing for, not just as programs and population, but also individuals. This little station showcased stories of people who occupy the buildings, and it really goes to show how they care about the people that ends up inhabiting the spaces that they design. And in their model shop, they also had a set of trees, and I thought that was really cute as well. The walls across the studio are magnetized, so they could use these little magnets to pin up their drawings. Overall, the open concept office was centered around this multimedia spine comprised of model shop, paintings, and a theater to really integrate this multimedia design exploration approach into their workspace. Overall, HCMA's office had a unique combination of art and architecture, and I could see how they're inspiring each other in this singular space. Next up on our list is Perkins & Will. Located in the heart of downtown Vancouver, they had just moved from their old Yale Town office to this high-rise Arthur Erickson building. And it's a building that I've personally been really curious about, and I was really excited to get inside. And oh boy, the inside did not disappoint me. The large glazing and panoramic views all across the office was just so nice. Right at the entrance, you're greeted by this amazing green wall that was actually propagated from their previous office space. And all the cabinetries are actually designed by the interior designers themselves, and the interior was actually really sweet. They also showcased some strategies that they employ during their design, and one of the things I really enjoyed about them is this urban study kit. Apparently, everything can be packed up into this little briefcase and brought over to study groups and used to discuss different strategies in a very tactile manner. You can get a very intuitive sense of how much space is taken up by individual lanes, and I can imagine how this will be really helpful for interacting with non-professionals. Perkins & Will's office also boasted an amazing model making area, and on one side there's a shelf full of different models that they've created. One of the things that really impressed me is this tiny resin cast model of the city of Vancouver. It was just kind of unreal to see something scaled down to this degree, and can't believe they retained so much detail despite how delicate everything is. The actual studio space boasted this clear view of open concept work areas with a lot of daylighting, as well as this VR station. Overall, it was a pure joy to walk around this studio, Everyone was really friendly, and it was just so nice to see how their office space reflected practical but also very aesthetically pleasing buildings that they output. Now, going across the bridge, we arrived at Revery architecture. And in my humble opinion, they're one of the most well-known architects in the city. Right from the entrance, you can see the types of designs that they strive for, which is very organic and curvilinear. You can see that they are very interested in pushing the boundaries of design and construction and take on pretty interesting but also challenging projects. Each of their projects is very sculptural, and they fully opened up their design process, so you could go around the studio and look at different construction drawings and design processes that go behind the scene. The environment also feels much like a studio more than an office. One of the cool tricks that Revery shared with us is that they label all the models that they create, so that when it comes to repairing these models, or if you have questions about how these are created, you will have point of contact and point of departure so that they can build upon the knowledges of the predecessors. I liked how there are separate models for different levels of detail. For example, the large context model simply has the plans that are printed and pasted onto the model, really quick and dirty. And then as the design iteration progresses, they have created different models that express the facade elements and three-dimensionality of the project. Their office, much like many other offices we've been to so far, had a very wide, open concept floor plans for the working spaces and had a vast library of materials as well as a nice fabrication workshop. But at the same time, similar to the quirky nature of their projects and people, their office also had some really weird characteristics, such as this little pipe that was sticking out of the wall and painted over, as well as many other small details that showcase how they make the most out of unique circumstances they're often presented with. Design Vancouver Festival overall was a really fun event. Personally, I had a lot of fun visiting these beautiful offices. Many of them were designed by the designers themselves. It's actually so cool to see what happens behind the scenes for some of the most iconic projects across Vancouver. I think there's a lot we can learn from studios out there with different locations and work environments and approaches that are reflected in their work. Perkins and Will, for example, has a very organized and controlled work environment. HCMA had slightly chaotic but also very colorful and creative workspace. And Revery, of course, had some really funky little personalities and details across the studio, and I thought it really suited their design philosophy. Overall, Design Vancouver Festival was a very fun and exciting opportunity, and I really hope that they will continue to do this in the coming years as well.